Hi, I'm Matt Heid. I'm the author of the monthly Equip column for AMC Outdoors. I'm also the author of AMC's Best Backpacking Trips in New England. And like most Americans out there, I'm a daily coffee drinker. And today's topic of discussion is what to do when you're out in the backcountry and you discover your favorite coffee making equipment is broken, defunct, or left on the counter at home. What are you gonna do? You do, however, discover that you have your stove, your pot, some nice clean water, you've got your coffee still, and perhaps in your pack you have a nice little measuring cup, your mug for drinking, and perhaps even a bandana and pot lifter and your spoon. Step one, figure out how much coffee you need to get you going on the trail in the morning. I've got a liter here. If you're a big coffee drinker, you might drink a whole liter. If you're an average normal drinker, half a liter is probably safe. So we're just gonna put in about a half a liter. Okay, so we've got our water boiling now. What we wanna do is we'll turn off the stove and remove the pot from the heat so that we're not adding coffee to water that's actively boiling. The standard recommendation for coffee grounds to water is 2 tablespoons per 6 ounces. For half a liter, that translates to roughly 3/8 of a cup. So in it goes. So we brought it back to a boil, turned off the heat, and now comes perhaps the most difficult part of brewing Cowboy coffee, which is having to wait for your morning dose of caffeine. We've got to give it about 5 minutes to let the ground settle. Remember, you've got to wait. Patience is the most important ingredient in making Cowboy coffee, because if you rush the process, if you're too desperate to get that coffee without waiting, this might happen. All right, we've survived the interminable wait for our coffee. The grounds have now settled down. How can we get this delicious coffee out of the pot and into our cup without bringing those grinds with it? My preferred technique, if you've got it, is our lightweight plastic cup, which we can use as a scooper off the top. Tilt it slightly so we have maximum depth of coffee, and then scoop coffee off the top. If you happen to have a bandana that you've rinsed out or is clean enough to use and you're willing to sacrifice it to the coffee gods, it can be used as an excellent improvised filter. In this case, we're just going to take our coffee mug, take the bandana, lay it on top as an improvised filter. We're going to pour it off, trying to keep as many grounds out as possible. Patience again is required as a virtue for this process. It does take a little while for the coffee to strain through the bandana. All right, we finally got our coffee. We poured it off gently. We're as grounds free as we're gonna get. The moment is at hand. That's good coffee.